Settle me down and drink to my health. Dream of a woman.
You're listening to World Radio Paris. I'm Oliver G for a brand new show called The Earful Tower. I was just thinking, guys, while you got the guitars out, what this show, The Earful Tower, really lacks is a jingle. You guys, first episode lacks a jingle.
Gotta get the jingle.
Do you think you could put together one with the show name and
your name?
my name as well? I don't know if you can do jingles. It might be beneath you as a band, but while we got the guitars,
A little bit of pressure, but
All right, Earful Tower.
Bit on the spot there, Ollie.
Oliver G. Let's
Oliver G, Earful Tower.
Oliver G. Not E.
Wait, play with some chords.
Something jazzy kind of.
Jazzy.
There we go. I got 2-5, a 2-5. And 2-5-1.
Right, I like those.
What do you got?
Earful Tower.
Yeah.
No.
No, something.
Like
Earful Tower.
Yeah.
With
yeah, I like that. Look at these twins.
Okay, here we go.
Hey,
Ready? Let's try to harmonize on the
Earful
Oliver
Tower.
with Oliver
Yeah.
G. Right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Eiffel Tower with Oliver G.
And as you just heard then, that was a bit of a jingle from a band that you're going to be hearing a lot more from in the coming half hour. This half-hour show is a segment about France, figuring out France from me, Oliver G, here with my producer, James.
Hi, everyone.
Say hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm here.
You did? Okay. And every week we're going to be discussing France, figuring out France with the help of one or two guests, or, as the case is today, 3 guests. I'm very thrilled to say that we've got, for the first time ever at World Radio Paris, we've got live music in the studio. Give a big hand for Slim and the Beast, Paris-based band.
Hello. Bonjour.
So we've got Sam, Aaron, and Aurélien in the studio right now. Aaron, who's just flown all the way from the States.
That's true. Just landed.
For the show.
Yeah. I just got in about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours maybe. I'm not that jet lagged though.
Not yet.
It was a good flight. It was smooth.
That's what we like, and straight into World Radio Paris. We're thrilled to have you. And I was at your show just recently. Fantastic show. I can say that I'm a big fan of the band.
Thank you, sir.
But
Right up front, too.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Samuel from Slim and the Beast.
And I'm Aaron, Samuel's twin brother.
And I'm Aurélien, the third man in, third wheel of Slim and the Beast.
Indeed.
And what we've just discovered is that despite being a band together, they didn't even know that they were born in each other's respective countries. So we got 2 Americans here born in France, the twins.
Yep, we were born in Ganges in the south of France in the 34. Up in, so parents were doing theater in some weird chateau, communist type commune.
And that's the end. Aurélien's actually born in the States, the one with the foul mouth just 2 seconds ago.
Right. Yeah, I was born in New York City, and yet I have the French name.
Oh, yeah, are we no cursing? Is
This is a family show, so
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
it was kind of mumbled, so I think we got away with it this time, but next time we'll probably be hearing from the producer, James.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
like,
we're definitely going to be taking special measures there, yeah.
okay, right. So we're before we get straight into the music, I'd like to hear how you guys define yourself as a band for the people who've maybe yet to hear you on the bar scene in Paris. What sort of music are we talking about here?
Who wants to? Yeah.
Go ahead.
As far as I can tell, I met Aurélien a couple years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, on the basketball court. So we first met just playing basketball, and then found out he played some music, and we jammed out just to have fun. And since then, that's kind of been our core principle: is just enjoying music, writing originals, but also playing covers that we enjoy, and just kind of imagining we were on the Seine with a couple bottles of wine, playing music with our friends, and see what comes from it. So you've seen Oliver at our shows. I think that's the main goal, is just to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, but the sound is also very like organic, kind of like our friendship, and it became a very folk kind of sound because, well, of that sort of organic sort of relationship that we sort of fostered together, but also because we're very soulful. I guess we love soul music and stuff, so we blended soul and folk and rock into all of that sound. So Slim and the Beast kind of came from all those ingredients. And also Sam's twin brother, who's right next to us, Aaron.
What's up?
Is a singer-songwriter himself.
Yeah.
So-
I live in New Orleans, and I've been there for 6 years. And over the past 2 years, I've been lucky to make my way over to Paris and play music with Samuel and Aurelian. And what's cool is, me and Samuel, we grew up playing music in bands through high school and college, and when Samuel and Aurelian linked up, we thought it'd be cool to add a third part to the group. So anytime that I come to Europe, we turn into Slim and the Beast and
Trio.
And that's exactly what we're about to hear right now. So we got the first song coming up. This one's Carry Me Further. And take it away, guys.
Very good. Very good.
Carry me further than places I know. Green of the hillside, melting in snow. If I get lost, no moon in the sky. Find me a bed and make me a fire. I need some time out here to myself. Settle me down and drink to my health. Dream of a woman, shoulders to cry, eyes that can see through the torture and lies. See my old woman, tears fade away into the morning light. Oh, carry me further than places I know. Earth-covered hillside, melting in snow. Out in the cold, no place left to hide. Might have to follow these stars for a while. My thoughts are drifting from this mountain top. Frail leaves are falling fast to the ground. Dream of a woman, shoulders to cry, eyes that can see through the torture and lies. See my old woman, tears fade away into the morning light. Shoulders to cry, eyes that can see through the torture and lies. See my old woman, tears fade away into the morning light. Dream of a woman, shoulders to cry, eyes that can see through the torture and lies. See my old woman, tears fade away into the morning light.
All right, thank you. If you just tuned in, you're listening to World Radio Paris. This is Oliver G. and the Eiffel Tower. What you just heard then was Slim and the Beast song, Carry Me Further. I'm in here with the studio live. It's a maiden music voyage for World Radio Paris today. I've got the band in here, and a regular section of this show is going to be talking about figuring out France. And I thought that we'd talk about the word of the week, which is mec.
Mech.
Everyone's familiar with this word?
Yeah.
But you gotta be it.
For the listeners who don't know, and for Aaron, who is usually in the States, mec is the French equivalent of, what are we talking, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Pretty much like mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate, man.
And I'm
Dude,
sure you guys can attest that it is one of the most commonly spoken words that you're going to hear on the streets of Paris, among young guys at least.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you were mentioning before how you guys met on the basketball court. I think we also met on the same basketball court.
We did.
And this is the kind of word that you hear people throw around all the time, right?
For sure. Yo, mec, ça va?
Mec,
Yeah.
passe la balle.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So the thing that confused me the most because I'm still learning French myself, the thing that confused me a lot is you can say all these words like mec, what are the words? Gars, mon
yeah.
gars, mon
Pote.
pote, mon ami. You can say all this stuff.
Mon gros.
Ma couille.
Mon gros. You can say all these things, but I figured you could say mon mec as well. So I was walking around the basketball courts, going up to these big French guys playing basketball, saying, "Hey mon mec, hello, salut mon mec," And I'd been saying this for at least, I think,
No.
I think about 2 years I'd been saying this until I emailed the producer, James, very recently with mon mec in there saying what I thought meant was my mate.
Ollie G, I had to stop you just right there.
Yep. And he alerted me to the fact, what did you say that it means?
I told you, I mean, Ollie finally used that word, but just avoid the mon before, because you can say, as you just said, mon gros, mon everything. But mon mec doesn't quite work.
What does it mean exactly?
Possessive.
Yeah, it's possessive, and you don't really want to be too possessive.
So I've been walking around the basketball courts essentially saying to these guys something like babe, right? Or
Yeah,
my
yeah.
boy.
My boy, but not in the friendly sense.
So the thing I'm wondering is why it took 2 years
Bit too
before anyone
friendly.
told me about it.
James, when you read that email, did you feel a little nervous, or you just?
Yeah, and I did figure out. I mean, I actually told Ollie that he should probably refrain from telling me that around his girlfriend anyway.
Yep.
She might not be too all right with that.
What's funny? There's another one. Is I lived in Montreal for a few years, and they say for mon mec, like actually my boyfriend, they say mon chum. And in French, there's a similar word which is chum, and chum is verlan, which means the inverse of moche. And moche in French, if you follow me, moche means ugly. So when you say chum, it's the inverse of ugly, which still means ugly. So if you're in Canada and you say c'est chum, it sounds like you're saying it's the boyfriend. So
this Verlan thing is very interesting to me because you can imagine people in other countries like America or in England using this kind of backwards language when they're kids or trying to be funny. But in France, they actually use it as a way of being cool. Like this is
and adults.
and
which is
adults.
insane.
Everybody uses it. I
Everybody.
mean, this is even the word Verlan is a backwards.
is the word inverse, verse in, which is inverse, l'inverse, verlan.
There you go. You got your official translation of Verlan there.
That's
So this is, but
exactly
the funniest thing for me is that people actually use this. I met a guy the other day, and I said, and I gestured towards his hair, about to say haircut, and he said, "Beaucoup."
No, they say like personne, son père, cigarette, garette-ci.
But it's just to be cool? I don't understand
It's
why that's.
you know it
helpful
actually.
for
I mean,
language at all.
if I may, I saw this in poetry in Baudelaire. Charles Baudelaire was an old school poet from the 1600s. He actually was the first to supposedly use verlan.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I think the important thing a bit about it is also to know when you can use it, who you can, because everyone uses it, but you can't just use it when you're vouvoying someone, for example, or maybe if
sure.
You can't-
refrain from speaking to your parents that way.
And you can't just decide to use it. You can't just decide this word will probably sound good because there's a strict code about it, almost a dictionary of these words.
I'm not too sure who actually controls the dictionary of Verlan, but
no,
they appear here and
Académie
there.
Française, they
Yeah,
looking
but
at it
I mean,
and
to
go,
someone like Aaron, this would be totally like insane because not only does an Anglophone have to learn the French language, but then you have the whole, the verlan thing. And when you're listening to hip hop, for example, when I listen to French hip hop, I speak French and everything, but sometimes they use words to make them rhyme, but it's actually not the real word. They use the inverse of the word just so that the other syllable rhymes with, it's.
I guess that gives you all the more possibilities,
And on
More rhymes, more rhymes.
talking about music, I think we're going to hear a little bit more music right now, or should we say Zikmu?
That works.
Actually, hey, mon mec could turn to mon cum.
They do make sense that a mec is cum.
And
Yeah,
let me
mec
just
is
say,
cum. And
femme is meuf,
Femme,
but
which
meuf
means
femme is woman, meuf is the inverse of woman, but meuf became so common that they started doing the inverse of meuf, which wasn't femme again, it's femeux.
It's
So
just crazy.
femme
yeah.
to meuf to femeux. All right, we'll stop
The
there.
Verlan of the Verlan.
where will it end? I'll tell you where it's going to end, with some music. Let's go. We got the second song coming up right now. This is "Keep Me Up" by Slim and the Beast.
Keep me up all late in the night. Oh, keep me up all late in the night, my darling. You know that virus won't wake my eyes. Let me sleep past morning time. Let me sleep past morning time. Sleep past morning time. Oh, my lady, she lays on me. Oh, my lady, she lays on me when we sleep. You know that bright red sun won't wake her eyes. Let her sleep past morning time. You know that bright red sun won't wake her eyes. Let her sleep past morning time. Sleep past morning time. Only days flew past my door. September came around, I didn't see you anymore. So tap on my window, I let you come inside. You can sleep with me tonight. Oh, sleep with me tonight. Oh, keep me up late in the night. Oh, keep me up late in the night, my darling. You know that my ransom won't wake my eyes. Let me sleep past morning time. You know that bright red sun won't wake my eyes. Let me sleep past morning time. Sleep past morning time. There it is.
So Slim and the Beast, the kind of band that demands peanut M&Ms before they come into the studio.
You know it.
Did you get non-peanuts M&Ms?
And you came through. I gotta be honest.
There are different kinds of M&Ms in my experience, but not purple ones, as we were specifically requested from the band.
Yeah, these guys asked me to just get purple ones. I actually found out there are no purple M&Ms in the packet.
James spent 15 minutes at the supermarket before coming here.
As he should.
Let's talk a bit more seriously about your new EP. Congratulations on your recently
you.
released EP.
Thank you very much.
And I want to talk a bit about the EP itself, which I'm holding in my hand and is quite different to perhaps a traditional EP. I'm holding it's a USB stick that's made out of wood with a what do we get? Some sketches on both sides. Talk us through this.
The design is Aaron. Let's let him tell us.
So I like to draw in my free time when I'm not playing guitar, and we did a cool little sketch, or I did a cool sketch on the front of the USB, which is a little thing you plug into the side of your computer, because a lot of you listeners probably don't have CDs anymore. So
CDs are dead.
CDs are dead. So we use USBs because you can plug them right in. And our USB is kind of cool because it's wood. It's got a harmonica on the front and a guitar on the back.
Balsa wood from China.
It's wood from China.
Probably floats in case you're in an accident.
Probably floats. Floats in the tub too. It's not ruined. If
It's actually safer than the CD
actually,
then.
I'm not sure.
Waterproof.
But anyway, and the cover, and it comes in a cover in almost a
We
CD
got the
like
cover here, actually. Here we go.
and it's a cover that represents our travels as a band through Paris and Portugal and Switzerland, all the places that we've played together and have created music. And it's a fun cover. So.
And so tell the listeners how they can get their hands on one of these EPs.
Aurelian?
Well, we wanted to stay physical and not go digital yet. So when you come to our show, we'll always have EPs for sale. They're €10 a pop, and you just pick them up and give us the cash, and we'll give you the goods. And then maybe the idea is that down the line, people will start putting the music online, probably because the files are on their USB stick. So they'll probably seep their way online, and we want it to keep all that organic as well. So, but down the line, we'll put it up on Spotify and iTunes, and it'll go global and platinum, obviously.
I don't think things go platinum anymore, do they?
They go wood.
Things go wood. You've already gone wood. That's the first step. That's the first step to success. Let's talk a little bit about your shows live in Paris, to which I've been to
You were
a
there
few.
last night, Ollie.
You're a number one fan, man.
I was well. Thanks for the kind words. But I was there last night where you did your EP release. Great show as usual, lively and energetic, good crowd. And surprise, surprise, I actually went around the crowd asking some of your fans for questions to ask you guys, of which I've written down here. And I want to just put you on the spot with some questions, okay? These guys haven't heard them
I'm
before.
intrigued, yeah.
So the first one is from someone calling himself Dingo Mike,
As you do.
and he's Australian.
I think I may have an idea who this man is.
He wants to know if you guys are ever going to sing in French, and if you're capable of it.
That's a really good question.
capable. How
That's a good question just because
dare
Hang on, I added the capable bit.
it's a good question just because after that show, I went out with a couple French people and two girls, and one of them actually said the same thing. She said, if you want to stay in Paris and keep playing, you should probably give it a shot. Sing in French, because you don't have to sing about anything that's too deep, but just have something in French and you'll connect with that audience, which is obviously
The problem with singing in French is that you have to write in French. Writing in French is insanely frustrating and hard to do.
But you could do what a lot of French singers do nowadays to stay to reach out to more people, as they do their chorus in English, the verses in French. Perhaps you
Really,
could.
I haven't
Whoa.
heard much of that, but
I do that for a Spanish tune.
Oh yeah,
Where it's
I would be
like
down to do a
chorus in
cover in
Spanish,
French. I love
chorus
French
in-
music.
that's a good idea. That's
Okay, if you got an
I mean,
idea of you've heard their music now. If you got an idea for the kind of song that you hear them do in French, a cover, send it in to us, and we'll try and get them on again to do it. Next question, though, I think it's from a woman called Carolyn, who wants to know, as we've mentioned already in the show, if you're just tuned in, we've got two twins in the band, Aaron and Sam. She wanted to know if Aurelian feels left out by not being
not
a
at
twin.
all. I feel like a brother from the other mother,
Thank you. Good answer.
We only have one mother, though. We don't have two mothers.
That one was an easy one. What about if you could get? This is Marie, a French woman who asked this question, the girlfriend of Kenneth, and she wanted to know if you could have a fourth member of the band, anyone in the world. Who would you choose?
Oh wow, we have a choice.
Anyone in the world, living or dead? She didn't say that.
Musician or
that's a good point. Musician or not? 'cause it
social
could be
media manager?
cheerleader.
You can say whatever you want.
I'm gonna go with Yoko Ono. She
I would
bring
say
the spice.
Marvin Gaye.
Okay,
Good
Marvin
one.
Gaye.
Oh man, I would probably say Charlie Mingus.
Whoa.
what a mix there.
Well, you've seen the video of Yoko Ono playing the tambourine on YouTube, so I'll leave it at that.
I should add that one of my favorite covers by you guys is the Oh Yoko song, which for copyright
lovely
reasons
song.
I don't think we can play on the radio. You have to go to one of their gigs to hear it.
Darn tootin'.
Last question here is from a Swedish girl, Lena, and it's for Aurelian as well, actually. And she says, "What kind of cream do you use to make your feet look so lovely?"
I think there's something behind that question, right?
I think there's something behind it. Is perhaps you can explain a little bit, Aurelian, why people are talking about your feet.
Well, because I am the only one that plays percussion with somewhat of a consistent groove, and so I have to use the other limbs that are available, and those would be my feet. So I use a pedal, which is a piece of wood that I stomp on with my feet, and it just feels more comfortable if I'm barefoot because I just feel that. That sweet, sweet wood. So I use no socks, no shoes, and I don't use any cream, believe it or not. I just use pure.
Do you bathe?
It happens.
Water.
But thankfully, no one gets too close to my feet. So
Well, people are noticing, and that's.
Listen, let them notice.
Could be a good thing.
How did the other band members feel about the Barefoot Bandit on the band?
I don't care.
Yeah,
As long as he's between me and Sam.
he keeps that rhythm. That's all that matters. That's the goal.
Okay, guys, I think they're the questions from the fans. You guys did pretty well there. Let's talk about how to find them. Social media and how are we going to find you online?
Well, we are Slim and the Beast. You can go on Instagram, Facebook, Slim and the Beast. Not ampersand, just AND.
Yeah, and SoundCloud and YouTube. We're on all the major ones, so just look at Slim and the Beast.
We don't tweet as of yet because
We'll be keeping an eye out for you on Twitter.
Yeah, gigs are all up on the website. Sorry, are all up on the Facebook and the Instagram. So you'll find the
Instagram
dates.
is probably the most popular one you should be checking out because we do a lot of live streaming from our shows, and we update our page pretty frequently.
Great, and we'll also be putting a few clips from tonight's show up on the Instagram. Guys, it's been an absolute
Exclusive.
pleasure having you in here in the studio
Thank
at World
you.
Radio Paris. Thanks for being part of it.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for the Eiffel Tower, huh?
Yeah,
It's a great show you have here.
yeah,
Indeed.
good
Great,
job.
thanks
Oliver.
very much. Well, for you listeners out there who are keen to hear more of this kind of thing, we're going to be having a weekly show here. Me and James will be in back again, but as for next week's guest, that's going to be a surprise for you.
Tune in next week.
And a surprise for me and James at the moment. But yeah, tune in for World Radio Paris. Same time next week. You can find the playback as well. World Radio Paris, also on Twitter, also on Facebook. And look up Oliver. I'm Oliver G. You can find me on Twitter at Oliver GGEE 23.
And James_Vassina. Vasina. Hey.
There you go. You guys have got us. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you again
Thank you, Ollie.
next week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much for coming, eh? Cheers, guys.
Settle me